All right, 7 hours later, and let the record show we are officially saving the best for last. That's the Pequea Valley Braves. Fellas, thank you very much for sticking around, sticking with us. We're glad to talk to you. Before we start, let's just introduce ourselves, go around the table, let us know who we're talking to today at PV.
I'm Carson Ollinger. I'm a senior.
Owen Fisher, I'm also senior.
I'm Nolan Stolfus, and I'm also a senior.
And Coach Aaron Grable, third year here at Pequea Valley.
Coach, I'll start with you since you're in ownership of the mic, and I'm excited really for these guys' answers too. Some big news. We're playing in some new confines this year. Have you guys had a chance to break in the new court so far? What's that been like, and how different is it? I mean, listen, I'm a sucker for the old place. I love that building, but what's this like now playing in a new home? Do you kind of miss the old one? I mean, come on, I know you don't. You like the new toys. What's it been like for all of you guys so far?
Yeah, I mean, the new gym, as a coach, it's great. It's bigger. I mean, there's two full courts side to side. So, and then there's another full gym, across the hallway. So there's a lot more options that I have as a coach. And it's just, it's brand new. So everything's spick and span. It's nice to be in.
Yeah. Fellas?
Yeah, the new gym is very nice. I enjoy playing it a lot, and I would say it definitely makes our practices more efficient because of the amount of space that we have. We have 6 baskets, so you just set up a shooting machine on one of them, and then you run 4v4 on the other side or whatever. So it's definitely a lot nicer, but gonna miss out on some of the memories in the old gym for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm definitely going to miss the nostalgia of the old court. The noise just is so much more loud. But, yeah, the new gym is very efficient. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it for games, but, yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything they said. Conventionally, the new gym is definitely way better, more efficient, everything. I think the old Pequea Valley gym will always have a place in my heart, though. I mean, that's where I've been training since 7th grade. So, but yeah, new gym definitely nicer, better floor, no more dead spots.
I didn't know you guys had a shooting gun. Very nice. I like that. Yeah. So you guys, for the last couple of years, especially since your tenure, and I'm not blowing smoke just because you're sitting here, but you guys have really, as a program, in my opinion, come a long way. You're no longer at the bottom. You're fighting to the middle tier of the section so far as what the standings would indicate. I'm just wondering, has there been anything different since you guys have come up through the program that you notice that's different as to why maybe things are clicking, and what sort of steps do we need to take to get out of that middle tier to fight with that upper class of the section?
Well, firstly, the changes that I've noticed, the intensity is a lot different. Practices, even games, every detail is nothing is overlooked. Everything is taken into account. The intensity is higher. I think we're learning how to play basketball as a team better. I think the players that graduated previously, everyone had skill. Everyone knew how to play basketball. It's putting the puzzle pieces together, and I think that's also what's going to get us higher through, out of the middle tier, like you said. I think we have a great group of guys with a lot of skill. We have the tools to be able to win and prove ourselves as, good basketball players, valuable basketball players. And once we figure out how to put the puzzle pieces together, I think we'll be able to win more games and prove ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Bouncing off of what he just said, there's a new sense of leadership throughout. Graybo coming on, coach. Yeah, more intensity through practices. Yeah, it's there's been a very positive change throughout the program.
Yeah, I agree with everything they said, and it definitely starts at practice with us. That's what we kind of that's where our mentality is at. But it is kind of cool, because I know Pequea Valley has struggled a little bit in the past. That our class is kind of ones changing it a little bit, and Coach Grable coming in here soon. He's only been here for 3 years, but the changes are already pretty good. So I like the way the program's heading, and hopefully we can leave it out with something good here at the end.
Coach?
Yeah, I feel like I came in here and brought some good structure to the team, and I don't really let them get away with anything less than 100% for anything. Whether it's in the game or doing the warm-up drill or going to get a water break. Everything's at 100%. So I expect them to give their best, and we try not to break from that. So I think think that's kind of what I bring to the table. So.
I'm just curious for your guys' perspective on this next question. You, again, when you are in that middle of the pack, you're always fighting for district playoff spots. We're not going to get into 2 years ago and how that mathematics worked on that. I'm still not quite sure how you can sweep a team and they get in over you, but we'll let bygones be bygones there. But I'm wondering, what do you guys talk about out loud in terms of like goals at practice? Like, is it? I'm sure I know it's a one game at a time thing, but like, are we allowed to think like let's make districts? Do we talk about that out loud? Are we not there yet as a program? What's that look like for you guys?
Yeah, so we pretty much have that conversation once. We'll have it tomorrow, actually, at our first team meeting. We'll go over all our goals, the short term and the long term, and we'll get that concrete. And then we'll just basically like, all right, the only goal we're talking about, is our first goal, and we try to conquer that. Which tomorrow will be, let's have the best practice we can possibly have, and break that even down. Like, let's have the best drill we can possibly have, and then just take one moment at a time, like you said, and hopefully those practices turn into wins, and those wins turn into playoffs, and then we get our ultimate goal.
Fellas, do you talk about that when the doors are closed and coach isn't in there? Like, yo, this is a real thing we can talk about. Let's do this. Like, how do you guys sort of approach that and police that along with your cohorts on the team?
Yeah, no, that's definitely spoken on like throughout the team, like in little conversations or whatever. But I mean, coming off last year, we were 11-10 regular season, so we had a winning record, and we made districts. Like, those were our 2 goals last year. So obviously this year, we're gonna push it a little bit further each time. So definitely want to get back to districts again, but it starts with practice at first. So we're gonna need to bring that effort at practice. But yeah, it's definitely being discussed about.
Yeah, no, districts is 100% on our radar. Like Nolan said, we accomplished all of our goals from the previous years with making it to districts and having a winning record. But I would personally love to see a districts win, maybe even a couple more in there. And I know we have the talent to do it. So.
I agree with everything they said. We don't necessarily directly talk about, going to districts. It's definitely not something that we mention every practice. It's not something that's said out loud, but I have full confidence that every single person on the team believes that we can make it to districts, and we know what type of team that we are. We're a playoff team. Everyone believes that we can do it, and we got to understand, and we do all understand, it's just one step at a time, like you said. It's first game, we got to win the first game. We got to try as hard as we can in the next practice. It's one step at a time.
Last question I have, I'd like to get all your guys' input on this. We know the season hasn't even started yet. I guess officially we're, 2 days in? So there's not a lot we officially know, but you guys know better than anyone being in your own camp. What's something that you know definitively, even right now, before we started, that the 25-26 PV team will do better than last year's team? Whatever that is. It can be legitimate, like, skill stuff or intangible stuff, but what's something like, when you put your head down on the pillow at night, you're like, I know we're going to do this better this year, whatever this may be. And I'm just curious on all your guys' perspectives.
That's an interesting question. As a team, I believe that we will go further. I believe that we'll win more games, and obviously that comes with effort and everything. But personally, I strive to have the best senior season that I can have, not even like statistically. I want to be able to look back on my senior season and say, like, I loved playing basketball in 2025 and 2026. So that's one thing that I want to be able to look back at and, like, genuinely feel like I have no regrets for playing basketball. I have no regrets for trying as hard as I can every drill, every game.
Yeah, no, I think as a team, our brotherhood and chemistry is going to be something that we didn't have quite as much towards the start of our season last year. Yeah, I mean, 4 of our starters will be, like, we played in elementary school and even in middle school together. So I feel like we're going to have a hotter start. We're not going to have, because last year 2 of our guys, one was a returning starter. The rest of us were first year. So,
Right.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to turn out a lot better.
Yeah, kind of banking off what Owen said. I think confidence is honestly going to be huge for us this year with 3 returning varsity players, and we're all seniors. And like leadership roles, I think that like we're going to know how to handle pressure better and like certain situations with how the game is going. But I definitely think confidence is going to be huge this year. Like just not being nervous or like not being scared, like knowing our ability and how we can like act that out in a game. So
Yeah, I just think experience is going to be the biggest thing. That's gonna help us out this year. And what's going to be better? I mean, this is my third year as a coach, so the things that I implemented, when I first got here, they were what they were my first year, and they got better last year, and I expect those things to get better this year. The offense that I run and the defensive intensity and expectations I have on that end of the court, I think will also get better too. We have a pretty scrappy senior class here, and we have a pretty good supporting cast underclassmen. So I think we're ready for the fight.
Yeah. You guys are always one of my favorite stops along the trail. When I first started doing this, I wanted to get to Pequea Valley. I went to Warwick. I had no idea where Pequea Valley was, but I've been there quite a few times since. I'm going to miss that old gym like I'm sure you guys are, but I'm so freaking excited to see this new place and hopefully a lot of PV wins in there too. So, fellas, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for putting up with us. It's a long day. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys play really, really soon. Stay healthy, and hopefully it's another postseason for the Braves.
Cool. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, guys.